1. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. This is true, whether the power which knowledge gives be used for good or for evil. By his medical knowledge, the doctor can cure disease and save his patient's life. But the blackmailer, by his knowledge of some guilty secret, can bleed his victim white under the threat of disclosure. In general, the man who knows has an advantage over the man who does not cope. In this way, the educated classes have always been able to rule over the ignorant. During the Middle Ages in Europe, the only educated men were the priests. Great barons, brave knights, kings and ruling princes very often could not even read write. Kings had to appoint priests as their ministers. Unless the king was a man of very strong character, the power, nominally his, was in the hands of learned and clever priests. The soldier, the man of the sword, thought he was the master. But he was really in hands of the priest, the man of the pen. The pen was mightier than the sword. In the same way, and of the same reason, civilized nations can dominate ignorant savage races. A handful of Europeans in Africa can control millions of African natives. It is their superior knowledge in the weapons, organization and character which that knowledge has given them that give the white races power over these races, although they are both physically equal. In Europe and America today, education is so widespread that even the working classes are educated people. As they have advanced in knowledge, the common people have advanced in power. So in the great democracies, the people now rule themselves, and are no longer under the domination of priests and kings. Physically, man is a comparatively weak animal. He cannot naturally run like the horse, nor fly like the bird. He is no match in strength for the elephant, the lion or the bear. He has no natural weapons of defense like the tiger's fangs and claws. Yet he conquers all these strong and fierce beasts, and forces some of them to be his servants. It is his superior knowledge and intelligence that make him the master of creatures superior to him in physical strength.
2. The value of education. Education is not an end, but a means to an end. In other words, we do not educate children only for the purpose of educating them. Our purpose is to fit them for life. As soon as we realize this fact, we will understand that it is very important to choose a system of education which really prepare children for life. It is not enough just to choose the first system of education one finds, or to continue with one's old system of education without examining it to see whether it is in fact suitable or not. In many modern countries, it has for some time been fashionable to think that, by free education for all whether rich or poor, clever or stupid, one can solve all the problems of society and build a perfect nation. But we can already see that free education for all is not enough. We find in such countries a far larger number of people with university degrees than there are jobs for them to fill. Because of their degrees, they refuse to do what they think, low work and, in fact, work with the hands is thought to be dirty and shameful in such countries. But we have only to think a moment to understand that the work of a completely uneducated farmer is far more important than that of a professor. We can live without education, but we die if we have no food. If no one cleaned our streets and took the rubbish away from our houses, we should get terrible diseases in our towns. In countries where there are no servants because everyone is ashamed to do such work, the professors have to waste much of their time doing housework. In fact, when we say that all of us must be educated to fit us for life, it means that we must be educated in such a way that, firstly, each of us can do whatever job is suited to his brain and ability. And secondly, that we can realize that all jobs are necessary to society, and that it is very bad to be ashamed of one's work, or to scorn someone else's. Only such a type of education can be called valuable to society.
3. School life. School life is the most interesting period in one's entire life. But the students generally hold quite a different view. They are tired of the cares and worries of their schoolwork. They long to be grown-ups. They think that they have to follow some hard, fast rules in schools. At home they have to obey their parents. This they greatly dislike. They have to work hard to pass examination, if not they get scolding. But I look at things from quite a different angle. I am a student and as such I have some duties and responsibilities. I have to do as my parents bid me to do. I have to learn my lessons, reading and writing a lot. I have to please my teachers by my study and good behavior. I have to work hard. If I do my duty diligently, I have nothing to be afraid of. I know that my parents at home and the teachers at school are all my well-wishers. I feel very proud of myself when I see that my parents take care of me. The love of teachers is a rare thing, and I know that I have to live up to their expectation.